Mic check, mic check.
Check, check. All right, cool. What's up, Rob?
Not much, man. How you doing?
Doing well. You ready to get started?
Let's do it.
All right. If you knew how much time you had left on Earth, what would you do with it? Would it change the way you think or how you live your daily life? So few of us actually ask ourselves these questions. However, if we seek to answer them, they could change the way we see our impact in this world. Our plan is to celebrate the 100-year anniversary of the National Park Service. 7 national parks on the East Coast in 5 weeks, and in 1 town and country minivan to take us on the ultimate millennial road trip. Man, that trip really flew by.
I know, man. It's already been 2 months since we got back, and I remember that first feeling of excitement and anticipation when we first had this idea.
And even though this trip only took 5 weeks, I'm keeping these memories with me for the rest of my life.
These are where people bring their families. These are where their friends come. People get married in national parks. People have important spiritual encounters in national parks. I mean, it's holistic.
You know, I think that bonding experience I had with fellow adventurers was what resonated with me the most. We shared this sense of commitment and purpose to nature, regardless of what language we spoke, where we came from, or what we looked like. It was this way to connect myself to other humans and to nature, and to realize that it's our duty and responsibility to protect these sacred places.
Meeting so many impassioned people during this trip made me realize that our needs are so much bigger than our own. Eating ramen 4 times a week, or just getting blisters during a hike, all these personal obstacles that we face during our trip is just so minuscule compared to the threats that our society faces with climate change. As individuals, we do things every day that negatively impact our climate. From burning fossil fuels to improper disposal of waste, we create greenhouse gases that rise into the atmosphere, absorb sun's heat and radiation, and cause the average heat on Earth to go up. Scientists have confirmed that climate change is a reality in our national parks and is threatening our nation's natural and historical resources. Climate data has also shown that out of 289 national parks, 235 of them have experienced extreme recent warm conditions. The unusually high temperatures and irregular precipitation patterns are changing the way we experience our parks, as well as the well-being of the ecosystems that inhabit them.
You know, James, we have the power to lead the lives that we want to live, but too often I find ourselves stuck in this virtual universe that almost shields us from authentic connections. If we don't start putting down our phones and raising awareness in our local communities, we're going to reach this point where it's too late to really make the change we want to see.
I totally get it, man. I think living in this digital era can be tough. You know, on one hand, we are vulnerable to media's entertainment marketing. But on the other hand, we can utilize this new form of communication to reach millennials all across the globe. You know, the message that the National Park Services are trying to make with the 100-year anniversary is that it's not just a birthday celebration, but it is a call to action for us young people to maintain and protect the parks for the next 100 years, just like our ancestors have done.
There are parks that are at huge risk from climate change. Glacier National Park may lose its glacier by 2030. The Joshua Trees in Joshua Tree National Park may disappear. The more opportunities we have to talk about bringing people together with parks and natural resources and science and technology, the more relevant these places can become.
You know, I really wasn't sure what to expect at first going on this trip, but after all that we've done, I'm so glad that I did it. I mean, we traversed the whole East Coast of the United States together.
And you know, looking back, that was a heck of an accomplishment. If we can see what we're capable of when we collaborate in an idea, we'll all start to lead more healthier and meaningful lives. I just want people to understand that they need to get the most out of life before time runs out.